Hi, this is the Irish Gypsy here to deliver your September 2016 general readings, and thank you so much for watching and listening and subscribing and sharing and all the wonderful feedback that you guys are so awesome. I love reading your comments. I love reading how the readings resonate for you, for those of you for whom they do resonate. Thank you for taking the time to put your comments both on the my YouTube channel videos and the ones that some of you send via email as well. I love reading them. Keep them up. Thank you so much. And thank you to those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings. It is an honor and a pleasure to read for you, and I thank you for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading, you can click on the About sign on my YouTube channel's homepage. That will give you a little more information and detail on myself, the services I offer, and my contact information and email address, which is Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I love doing one-on-one readings, and I would be delighted to do a reading for you. So if you're interested, send me an email and we'll set something up. I'm always asked about turnaround time, and I do readings full-time, so I'm able to get back with you quite quickly and schedule a reading in a pretty timely fashion. Currently, it's anywhere between probably 4 or 5 days to perhaps a week and a half, but typically within 10 days we can get you a reading. So if you're interested, let me know and we'll go from there. Make sure to check your rising and your moon sign as well, because if this is your primary sun sign, and this is for Pisces for September 2016, if Pisces is your primary sun sign, it may or may not resonate as predictably for you as your rising and your moon sign. So just check all three. You may find that each of them resonate for different areas of your life, as I often do. So moving right along, let's get right into this. This is for Pisces for September 2016. The water sign of Pisces, the fish, for September 2016. Show me the energies for Pisces 2016. September. What does the month of September 2016 hold for the water sign of Pisces? Pisces, the mercurial fish, water sign of Pisces for September 2016. Pisces. Pisces, September 2016, Pisces. Okay. Okay, we begin with the Knight of Cups, followed by the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Swords, followed by Death, the Magician, followed by Judgment, the Six of Cups, followed by the Four of Swords, and from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and crowning card is the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting reading, Pisces. You know, I just finished doing Aries, and there was a lot about either a fundamental belief system shifting or aspects of a fundamental belief system shifting. And I'm seeing something kind of similar for you, although I think it feels like there's an epiphany, an aha moment kind of happening for you in September, Pisces, that just sort of ends a perspective of something, a long-held important perspective, or again a fundamental belief system, and begins a whole new way of thought about something. And just like with Aries, it looks like it's attached or springboarded by an offer of some kind. It looks like for some of you there's two offers on the table. We have your crowning card, which is the Knight of Pentacles, which is a very grounded, rooted, solid, stable, reliable energy. And it could be coming from an earth sign, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because it's the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles is governed by the element of earth, so Pentacles, the energy of Pentacles is earthy. It's solid, rooted, grounded, stable, reliable. It's tangible. It can be about actual see, touch, feel, tangible, concrete things like money, finances, property, resources, job, assets. In love and relationships and spirituality, it's still tangible energy, tangible results of the effort we put into something. It's something that feels real and sincere. Knights being the bringers of the tarot and often representing offers, offerings, something being brought to you. It feels sincere, stable. It's not, as you also have the Knight of Cups, which is a more emotional, poetic offer. The Knight of Pentacles is probably the slowest of all four of the Knights. It may not be as poetical and idealistic as the offer from the Knight of Cups, but it is nonetheless very real, sincere, stable, and reliable. That's overall energy and offer in the month of September. Although I'm recording this at the end of August, so this could, of course, have been playing out before then, time being somewhat fluid. We find ourselves at the beginning of September 2016, Pisces, with the Knight of Cups, followed by, followed by the Nine of Swords, which represents a lot of stress, mental anxiety, worry, and it just flipped out of my hands onto the floor. So the Knight of Cups. Cups is governed by the element of water. It's that watery, fluid world of feelings, emotions, relationships, love, all different kinds of relationships and all different kinds of loves. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, sexual-based relationship and love. Knights, of course, being the bringers of the tarot, often representing offers, offering, something being brought to you, or you being the one to bring something to somebody else or make the offer to somebody else. And this offer could be coming from a water sign because it's the Knight of Cups, which would be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This could be representing you making the offer or another water sign making the offer. And it's the Knight of Cups, so of all four of the Knights, he's probably the most idealistic, the most emotional. If you were to be courted or, you know, dated by the Knight of Cups, it would be, you know, somebody who, you know, did a very traditional, idealistic, poetic kind of, you know, in love with love itself. Sometimes the challenge for the Knight of Cups is in following through. Sometimes the Knight of Cups has a hard time. You know, he's in love with the idea of love itself, so he feels things and promises things, but sometimes has difficulty kind of carrying it through all the way because he's so emotionally based, but not always, but that's sometimes a challenge for the Knight of Cups. And it might be of concern to you in considering this offer this month, Pisces, because that Knight of Cups, that offer, that emotional offering or offer of some kind that's either coming into you or you're making to somebody else, because that could represent your energy too, is causing you a great deal of stress, worry, anxiety, because it's attached to the Nine of Swords. Now, Swords is governed by the element of air. Swords is a suit about that airy kind of intangible world of what goes on up in our heads, thoughts, ideas, belief systems, words, mental outlooks, perspectives, how we think about things, how we see things. The Nine of Swords, as you can see, this woman is staying up late at night. Everybody else is probably asleep, but she can't sleep. She's sitting up hunched over in kind of a protective way because she's completely focused on whatever the source of her stress and worry is. And for you, it looks like this offer either that's being you're making to somebody else or you're considering making to somebody else, or one that's already come in. For some of you, this might not represent two specific offers. It could be one specific offer, this overall crowning energy, this Knight of Pentacles, this very rooted, solid, stable, reliable, sincere offer, and you're representing by the Knight of Cups. You're feeling very emotional about it. You're stressed out about it. You have fears, anxieties, concerns, worries about it. But the energy of the Nine of Swords is often illusionary, and it's not to mean that whatever the source of your stress, your worry, your fear, your concerns about this is invalid. But the Nine of Swords often comes up when somebody has built something up in their heads much bigger than is actually reflected in the reality of their external environment or the reality of the actual problem. You can see that there's a little owl sitting on the windowsill very close to this woman. She could actually probably reach out and touch it, but she's not looking at it. She can't even see it because she's just completely focused on the stress, this worry, this anxiety about whatever this offer represents for you. Now this owl is symbolic, as everything on a tarot card is. It's symbolic of wisdom. It's one of those universal symbols of wisdom. The wise owl knows everything. And it's symbolic of an answer, a solution, clarity, insight of some kind. Very close, right in her environment, so close that she could almost touch it, but she's totally consumed with this anxiety, worry, fears, kind of snowballing in her head until it becomes this great big huge thing. When really, Pisces, I don't think that it is. Whatever it is that you're afraid about or you're concerned about with this offer, whether it's an offer coming in or an offer that you're considering making, I feel like there's an overall offer by this crowning card, Knight of Pentacles, this earth energy coming in. And you just may have a lot of fears and worries and concerns about it. But it feels like you've built it up in your head bigger than what it actually is. And if it's this offer around this Knight of Pentacles, it looks and feels very sincere, very stable, very solid, very rooted in something that you could really build upon. So keep that in mind. Now, right next to that, we have the Ace of Swords, followed by Death, Transformation. So here's your aha moment. The Ace of Swords. Swords, again, is thoughts, ideas, words, belief system. Aces represent beginnings, potential, promise, new paths, the start of something, the unfolding of something. The Ace of Swords it can represent success. It's a card of success, but the Ace of Swords comes in and it cuts away all the extraneous illusion and fantasy about something and exposes something for being the reality of what it is. Swords is a suit based in the mind, the intellect. It's not emotional, it's impartial, it's about reality, it's about what is, it's about thought, ideas. The Ace of Swords represents like a new perspective, a new shift, a new outlook, a new way of looking at something, like the light bulb going off. It's your aha moment, Pisces. And I feel like it helps get you out of this kind of very emotional fear energy that you've been caught up in, which is sometimes, I think, a challenge for you because you're a water sign and a deeply emotional and sensitive and spiritually intuitive person. So you have this Ace of Swords energy, it's like this light bulb goes off, a new perspective, something is revealed to you. That Ace of Swords is followed by Death, Transformation. So whatever this Ace of Swords energy, this aha moment, this light bulb going off, this new perspective, represents the end of a cycle of something, the death, I think, of a way of thinking, perhaps of a fundamental belief system that you had that was maybe this offer is based on, and it could have something to do with love and relationships. I also think the past, something to do with the past too, whether it's a person from the past or a situation from the past or a belief system that you've held for a long time. I think for a lot of you that stemmed from the past. Something comes in and pretty much blows it all to hell, and a way you have of looking at something, of believing in something, a foundational system, belief system you've had ends. It's like the death of something because all of a sudden you see something in a completely new light. And the springboard for it is this offer energy coming in. Now next to that we have an equally powerful combination of two major arcana cards. We have the Magician, clever, intelligent, sometimes trickster magician, paired with the Judgment card. So the Magician says major arcana, divine, fingers of the divine, major significant divine advice, or major significant life changes and life shifts, which it looks like is happening for you September, internally at least, if not externally. The Magician says that you have everything that you need. All the experience, all the tools, all the knowledge, everything that you need in order to walk through this and do it successfully and build and manifest of it what you want. That's what the energy of the Magician is. He's a very intelligent individual. He sometimes has a hard time compromising, negotiating, or working with other people because he has his own way of doing things, and he often feels that's the best way of doing it. Sometimes can be a bit of a loner. He can sometimes be a bit of a trickster because he's a magician. He's good at illusion, but he's very good at doing what he's doing because of the experience he's had. He's now at a place in his life where he has all the knowledge, experience, and tools to build, manifest, create, make something appear to be whatever it is that he wants to be. So it says that Whatever this is, you have everything that you need to walk through this, to make of it what you want. But be careful about it. The magician can sometimes be impulsive. He can sometimes just go off on his own path because that's what he's used to doing. He is a master of illusion. So, but you need to be careful how you kind of proceed through this, because that magician is attached to the Judgment card, another major arcana card. The Judgment card is a call to action kind of card. It's like, you know, the angel Gabriel and Michael here is calling it's a call to action. Who's going to answer? It's kind of a serious energy. There's an air of finality to the Judgment card. Not in a negative, scary way, but it just says be careful how you proceed through something. If you're considering, like again, this offer energy either coming in, or you're making it or considering it, you're trying to make a decision, you have this whole new mindset, this whole new perspective about something that feels like it, almost like it blows away a belief system that you've held for a long time, and now you want to go, it's the end of something always represents a new beginning. This Ace of Swords represents your aha moment, a new beginning, a new way of looking at something, the death of something else as well, because that's what always precedes new beginnings, is the ending of something. So you've got the energy of the magician just wanting to kind of go ahead and just build, manifest whatever you want. But the Judgment card says be careful, because there's an air of finality about whatever you choose to do from here on out, because it's going to set the stage for some time to come. Whatever decisions you make, whatever actions you take, are going to be difficult, if not impossible, to come back from. So before you go being the master of illusion and going off on your own path, weigh everything out carefully, think everything through carefully, because it's going to set the stage for quite some time. So make sure that whatever you do is truly what you want to do, because you have it. You have whatever you need to. You have. The magician says you have everything you need to do this, but just be careful. Don't be too spontaneous and impulsive, because of whatever this Ace of Swords energy is that kind of gives you this whole new mindset, which again feels like a fundamental way you've had of looking at something, believing in something, if not a fundamental belief system, dies this month. It ends, and you're looking at something in a completely new, different way, beginning a new path on something. And it feels like that fundamental belief system, or the way that you've had of looking at something or believing in something, you've held onto for a long time, and it's because of the past, or that it stems from or was born in the past somehow. Because at the end of September 2016, we have, this is how the kind of story plays out, we have the Six of Cups paired with the Four of Swords. The Six of Cups is a card about the past, reminiscence, nostalgia. It can be a card about childhood. It can also be a card that represents travel back to see your family, travel back to the place you grew up, roots of origin, etc., childhood, happier times, lighter times, but the past basically. And I feel again like whatever this is, and this offer too could be something, someone, situation coming back from the past, and it's brought up a whole bunch of stuff for you. You're working through it, you're able to lay it to rest and begin a new path, begin a new way of looking at something, finally put something very old to rest, a way of looking at something or a belief system, because I feel like it came from the past, it stems from the past. And at the end of September 2016, I feel like you're taking a break from that. You're overcoming, I don't know if it's an overcoming as much as I feel like you're just making a break from it. Whatever this Death card, the end of something, the death, the ending of a cycle of something, I feel like it began way back. It's something from your past, something from, it could be from childhood, as far back as childhood, but something from your past. You're withdrawing from it, or it's strongly suggesting that you're withdrawing from it. You're ending it. You're, you know, or you need to. For some of you, you may be taking a trip back to see, all of this may just be too much for you, and you may be taking a trip back to see parents or back to roots of origin as kind of a way to get away and get some rest and respite, because it looks like a very emotionally and mentally charged month. And at the end of the month, it could also represent that, you know, you take a trip back to roots of origin or to see parents or relatives or something, to take a break, have some rest and respite, recuperate, because that that Six of Cups is paired with the Four of Swords, which is a card of recuperation, withdrawing from conflict, withdrawing from battle, taking a break, kind of going within, slowing it down a bit. And again, it's going to play out sometimes in opposite ways. For some of you, it's breaking away from the past. For some of you, it's taking a trip there to kind of lay something to rest once and for all. For some of you, it could be representing taking a trip there as a way to get away from, to take a break from whatever the rest of this is. But again, I do feel like this stress, this worry, this way of looking at something, that it feels like you're breaking apart and working through and shifting and changing this month. Very similar to Aries. Again, stems from the past. For some of you, maybe the long ago past in childhood. So, and overall, that crowning energy of the Knight of Pentacles, that offer, which again feels very sincere, rooted, stable, reliable. But again, there's some emotional stress and worry. I feel like perhaps because that offer seems so stable and honest and reliable, it challenges some beliefs or fears you have about anything being reliable or trustworthy or long-lasting, and perhaps that fear stems from long ago childhood negative experiences or relationships from the past. However it works out for you, I'm sure some of you will update me and let me know how that actually plays out for you. So, Pisces, an interesting reading, and kind of a mentally and emotionally and spiritually kind of heavy charge, not in a bad way, but just growth, evolution. It feels like the summer has been kind of, wow, kind of like that for a lot of signs. So anyway, Pisces, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope you have found it useful in some way, and that it's brought you a little bit of wisdom and insight and clarity. And again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, just click on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and you can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. And until I see you all in a couple of weeks for the mid-month reading, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thanks for watching, Pisces, and I'll see you soon. Bye.